Hey, what's up? Thank you for coming by. It is your host, Galadon. Yes, Clash of Clans, one more time, back on YouTube. What could we possibly talk about today? Well, okay, I realize that some people are complaining that I keep on making way too many videos about Town Hall 12. But just for a moment, just take a moment and look at my channel and notice how many videos I've made about Clash of Clans. Okay, I've made a lot. Probably just about as many videos about Clash as anybody else has ever made about Clash, and I've been doing it for 5 years. So some might say that I've made an episode about everything and there's really nothing left to talk about. Now, that's not completely true, and I would love for you guys to talk down in the comments about what other video ideas you would like to see. But in the meantime, let's just say that Town Hall 12 is kind of what a lot of people are talking about, thinking about, waiting for. So why don't we talk about some troop concepts for Town Hall 12? So, I asked you guys a while back to send in your concepts, and so I thought I would go over some of these and maybe give the best one a gift card or some PayPal cash. So we'll get into it, talk a little bit about these concepts, and see which one is the best. Starting with the launcher. Now that looks suspiciously like Boom Beach, but okay, so not everybody can be completely original. But again, I do like the idea of something that isn't coming from another game, especially not another Supercell game. We've also got, well, this one was actually pretty solid, the Logburr, and C Productions right here on Twitter. I mean, look at this. He's got the full-on concept laid out for Town Hall 12 and the troop. Check that one out. Check him out on Twitter as well. Some other ideas that came in. Akshay talked about maybe something like a guard post. I kind of like this idea. But then again, you've got the clan castle already, right? And that's like the guard post. So I don't think you would really see something a lot like the guard post for Town Hall 12. The next idea comes to us from none other than Rebellious Robot. And now the description right here really makes you think. If the Expo is like a souped up archer tower and the Eagle Artillery is like a souped up mortar, can we expect there to be a souped up air defense? Well, I guess that's possible. I mean, you look at it that way, that's kind of a little bit of a stretch of interpretation of an archer tower and that sort of thing, but that's thinking outside the box and we like it. Okay, next up, for the new Clash defense, how about the shock cannon? The shock cannon is an it's a deadly cannon that is like a Sparky without wheels that needs dark elixir just to make fuel. It packs a powerful blow with a charge meter. You can set it how fast it shoots because of the meter. So the idea that it would be adjustable maybe like other gearing up of defenses within the village. Okay, moving on. How about this one from Draken? He's got a skeleton mortar. Now, the skeletons that it fires don't do damage. They only distract attacking units, allowing, other defenses to take them down. Not a bad idea. Kind of original as well. Maybe not exactly in a mortar, but I do like the idea of distracting defense units. Our next idea comes from Daniel Yen. He likes the hydro pump. Not a bad idea. We've got electricity, fire, why not a water-based defense? And then Angela Best, I love this one just because it's so detailed. There's so much work that went into this and it was all handwritten. The uncontrollable rocket. Pat, did you see this one yet? Love it right here. The uncontrollable rocket. A lot of damage though. 10,000 damage seems pretty significant, but hey, you never know. It's Town Hall 12 after all. All right, we've got this one. Looks like an explosion of MS Paint and Photoshop. The shock cannon for ground and air. I don't know, it sounds suspiciously like a Tesla, if I'm not mistaken. Shock cannon, but hey, you never know. One more time, we're not ruling anything out. This is Town Hall 12, and I fully expect you guys that it's going to catch everybody off guard. Nobody is going to nail exactly what is coming. I can predict that almost 100%. Okay, Brian says he's guessing trebuchet. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with a trebuchet, this has long been one of my ideas and something that just seems appropriate to the game. A trebuchet, or like a catapult, something that launches big boulders or rocks into the village. You could drop it on the outside. This is more of a troop than a defense, but then again, there could be a trebuchet defense that fires from inside the building outward. You never know. Either one would work. Next up, we've got Mike suggesting something that also sounds similar to a Tesla, a chain lightning tower that spews streaks of lightning at attackers. The lightning jumps through multiple attackers, which is what the Mega Tesla already does in the builder base. So maybe kind of a suggestion of something that would come from the builder base to the home village, which, as you guys know, I'm not a big fan of. I would rather see something completely original. And speaking of original, I just wanted to tell you guys that the interview with Darian is coming to the channel very, very soon. All right. So I know a lot of people are asking about that. A lot of people's questions will be answered. I took screenshots of all of the top questions from that video, and it's coming. I promise you, sooner rather than later. I wish I could be more specific, but again, the best suggestion from me to you guys is to stay subscribed, to stay following me on Twitter at Galadon Gaming, because that is where you're going to get the earliest information. Because as soon as I am allowed, I'm going to give you guys everything. I promise you. I will help you guys go through whatever information comes out, wherever it comes from, and whomever it comes from. You know it'll come from me just about first. All right, let's get back into a few more of these Clash defenses until we finally have the answer answered as to what it will actually be. Should there be one, right? I mean, maybe there isn't, but there will. Someday. Somehow. All right, next up, we've got Max. Okay, so he's suggesting something that's really outside the box. A 2x2 low-health circular building that generates either heal spells that heal nearby defenses, heroes, CC troops, or earthquake spells that damage other attacking troops. So definitely different. Everybody thinking bigger and better, you know, Eagle Artillery, and now we've got possibly a throwback to something more the size of a builder hut. I like it. It could happen. You never know. We know one thing for sure, and that is that Supercell is always going to surprise us. Philip says he thinks the new defense will be something that either radiates outwards circularly, let's get that word right, regardless of troop direction. I like this one as well. If you guys remember, in a recent video, I talked about the idea of like a volcano. That's my personal idea, was a volcano that would spew a radius of lava or heat that would do damage in a circular area, radiating outward from the defense when it's activated or whenever it goes off in every direction. Something along those lines, different than anything else we've seen, because you don't have anything that has a specific radius that just damages everything in that area. You know, you've got Inferno Towers, you've got Wizard Towers, not quite the same. Okay, but let's move on to my personal favorite, and this definitely has to be it. This is going to be it right here. The Town Hall 12 defense has to be the one and only Chief Pat rocket launcher. And you guys, you know this has got to be it. It's going to be a rocket launcher that launches huge rockets, and they're super powerful rockets, but they're impossible to aim. You never know where they're going to go. They just kind of fly off like, you know, if you blow up a balloon and you don't tie it and you let it go, that's going to be the Chief Pat rocket launcher. They just kind of swirl off into the air, and maybe, just maybe, they hit something. Maybe they hit your own village. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for that, and I'll definitely make sure Chief Pat sees that, because that's one of my favorite images of all time. Okay, you guys, we're going to wrap up the episode, but I wanted a chance to talk a little bit about comments. You guys have some interesting ones. First of all, Zach says, can Supercell do something that allows Legend League players to get something for their Legend trophies? I have been saying this for so long, Zach. I am right here with you, buddy. I totally agree. It's a complete waste to let us keep racking up Legend League trophies for no reason, and maybe it will bring more players to the league. Knifefish says, how do you get more magic items? You guys, that video, I'm sorry, but the reason I had the overloaded magic items was because I bought them. Okay, you can't overload them unless you buy them. So Dirty Gemmers, yeah, Dirty Gemmers. Deacon says, fix the bad matchmaking for Builder Hall. Deacon, you're actually one of the few people I hear complaining about this. You're probably just good. That's why you're matching people higher than you. Banu says, Galadon, you're one paid sucker from Supercell. Thank you. What? That's not a, that's, I don't know if that's a compliment. You're one paid sucker from Banu. What? Anyway, all right, moving on. Next comment. All right, so everybody asking about what Darian meant by the E. Valinet says he thinks it means everyone. Everyone will have something in the new update. Super Michael says the E stands for exciting. These are kind of general. Jesus says maybe the E is Eagle. No, well, I do not want a second Eagle Artillery. Absolutely not. Amit says Electro Whiz. I like it, but again, don't want to see something we've seen before. And then Ian says, Darian said the reveal will be shocking. Okay, so combine E with shocking, and maybe that is a second hint coming about the next update. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. Make sure you subscribe for the earliest possible update and sneak peek information, and come back again tomorrow for more full attacks. And be nice to other people. Don't ever forget that one. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you.
Darrington, what are you talking about, man? I don't want anyone to do unto me. I won't allow it. No one do unto me. I'm Peter $17. Stop it right there.